water in front of only glanced at the girl's hand and discovered that her finger was broken. He took the ice cream from the boy standing next to him, ate the entire ice cream in 2 bites, then immediately put the ice cream down on the girl's finger, conveniently pulled out the girl's hair tie, and immediately made a simple, fixed splint. He jokingly asked for money for medical treatment, but the girl said that she did not ask him to treat her. He said he had already treated the girl and teased her to pay him quickly. When leaving, Park Hoon emphasized that she must go to the hospital for a checkup. Then the girl and her father went to the hospital. The doctor saw the fixed splint on the girl's hand and was extremely surprised. Luckily, the fixed splint was there in time. If it had been any longer, she would have lost her finger. The doctor told the girl to get a CT scan, but right at the turn, she heard a familiar sound. It turned out to be Park Hoon, who helped her fix her fingers. Just as her father wanted to thank, he suddenly coughed violently. Park Hoon discovered the father's abnormality, then placed his hand on this man's chest to perform diagnosis. This unreasonable action was pushed away by her father. He said there was nothing wrong with him. JT was just a common cold. But soon the girl's father gradually had difficulty breathing. At that time, a serious traffic accident occurred on the highway, and a large number of injured people were taken to the hospital. The little girl saw her father's uncomfortable appearance and was very worried. She wanted to find a doctor to check on her father, but the doctors were all treating the injured people brought by ambulances. No one paid attention to her. The helpless girl could only raise her voice to attract attention, but in less than 2 seconds the doctors started busy working again. Park Hoon finished giving the water and saw everything. Right at that moment, a kind doctor ran over to ask. Just as he was about to check on her father, the doctor on the side called him for help. He could only ask his colleague to take the father for a CT scan. Park Hoon didn't feel secure immediately, went along to see what was going on, but while in the elevator, her father suddenly fainted. Park Hoon and the doctor quickly helped him out of the elevator. The doctor rushed to get aid equipment, and Park Hoon placed his hand on the girl's father's chest. A 3D image of this man's heart immediately appeared in his mind. He discovered that the girl's father had suffered a cardiac arrest, but the doctor only held one simple oxygen mask, then intubated the patient. But Park Hoon asked the doctor to check his heart. The doctor did not pay attention to him, only saw him grab the oxygen ventilator, loudly saying the doctor checked his heart. The helpless doctor just started checking. The result was as Park Hoon said. He quickly asked the doctor to perform cardiovascular resuscitation. The nurse also brought in an electrocardiograph. Park Hoon prepares to save the patient. With the help of Park Hoon, the girl's father regained her heartbeat, but surgery is needed immediately. The preparations for the surgery are complete, but at this moment, can't contact the surgeon due to a traffic accident. The doctor who performed the surgery is currently performing another surgery. The assistant in the operating room came out and said if they don't do it quickly, the girl's father could die at any time. Hearing this, the little girl silently shed tears. She knew that only the man in front of her could save her father. She wanted to ask Park Hoon to do the surgery, but all the surgery hospitals ruined his career as a doctor. As soon as Park Hoon turned to leave, the girl pulled him back, then took the only coin from her pocket and put it in Park Hoon's hand. "Please save my father." This little girl's action touched him. He silently decided that no matter what the consequences, he would try his best to help her. He started preparing for the surgery. When he entered the operating room, everyone else was surprised. Everyone didn't know who it was. Before everyone could react, the surgery began. Unexpectedly, no blood flowed out when he cut the line down. This made the surrounding doctors extremely surprised. They didn't expect someone with such skillful skills, but they did not know that the water carrier had been imprisoned in a secret research institute for the past 5 years. Every day he performed dozens of surgeries, but his surgery success rate was 100%. When he was proceeding to an important step, suddenly lost power, which made everyone around him extremely frightened. But the main doctor was not frightened at all. He relied on his many years of experience to complete the inherently impossible surgery in the dark. In this place he trained a brave spirit. He treated this patient to help the girl whose name he did not even know, because this person was the girl's father. The operation was going on orderly way, but at this moment, Dr. Soo-hyun came again. She was suspicious of the strange main doctor in this surgery. At this time, Dr. Soo-hyun was extremely distrustful. She did not think that a person who brought water could complete the operation. She asked to immediately stop the surgery. Park Hoon said, "If I don't do it, then can you do it?" But Soo-hyun is not capable of performing this surgery. She having never undergone such a complicated surgery. The assistant next to her also said that this type of complicated surgery could not be done by Soo-hyun and told her to rest assured, even though he was not a doctor. His skills were very good. Soo-hyun was helpless and could only leave. Then she called many security guards, preparing to take Park Hoon away after the surgery, and the surgery was completed smoothly. The girl's father had been saved. Soo-hyun looked in the direction of the operating room, but could not see the water delivery man anywhere. Just as Park-hoon was about to leave, Soo-hyun chased him and stopped him. She slapped Park-hoon incomprehensibly, and Park-hoon didn't want to explain much to her. He said that no matter what his status was, as long as he could save the patient, that was enough. Soo-hyun was about to hit him, but was caught by him, but she used her other hand to hit him. At this moment, the emergency room called. It turned out that the girl's father had complications after surgery. His blood pressure was decreased rapidly. This made the doctor nearby panic, but Park-hoon had already predicted this, described the patient's condition in detail, and proposed a solution. Dr. Han had just performed surgery. Then he rushed over. The first aid measures were exactly as Park-hoon said. This also surprised Soo-hyun. But at this time, Soo-hyun had no intention of letting him go. At this time, Dr. Han came over and said that even if he had a license to practice, he could not perform surgery in hospitals without being registered. Fortunately, the patient has nothing to worry about, never appear again in the future, and Park-hoon also wanted to quickly leave this place. Then he began to continue delivering water, but at